guys, I'm Natalia. I'm the founder of Natalka Design, digital creative company based in London. And basically these are the days where it's time to show my face. Like, we've done a lot of different videos. Few of you are assigned to our YouTube, but here we go. We decided to finally do it a bit more properly. And it's time to say hello and tell a bit of our story and get you guys going into a more creative space, create some content that hopefully will be fun, creative, useful, something you can learn, something you can do in your own spare time. So before we get into the video, I don't want to forget, because it's a very important thing apparently to say, please hit the button subscribe if you are curious what's gonna be happening next. I can't promise you always to have this beautiful mane. I might look not as always as prepared, but if you are into creative, visual, communication topics, please hit subscribe, because there'll be a lot going on, and click on the bell so that you know when the next video is coming up. And I promise you we'll be feeding this channel with a lot of good stuff, and we'll be making it into what you want to make it. By the way guys, I've never used these things. I'm looking at the viewfinder, so I should be looking here, right? I should be. Okay guys, so this video is very much an introduction, just a very quick hello, because ain't nobody has time for long videos. You tell me what you would like to see, but basically this is our YouTube channel, Natalka Design YouTube channel, and we finally really want to kind of get some use out of it for you guys basically. So you want to create content that you enjoy, things that you can do in your own spare time, tips, what is that here? And basically anything that we can be useful of. So at some point I would love your suggestions of what you would like to see from us. Here we go. Let me start by just giving you a bit of a background. Where am I from? Who am I? What is Natalka Design and all that stuff? Ouch. So I was told to say a few random facts about me. So what can I say? My favorite food is Spanish food. I love chopitos, I love pimientos, I love pulpo, anything to do with seafood and Spanish food. I mean, I'm there. Sangria, very much so, if I'm by the beach and it's warm. Apart from it, I don't really drink. What else can I say? I come from Poland, so that's where I'm from. I've been in, what is that hair, seriously? I've been in London for 12 years now. Remember clearly coming in here and having no clue. I came here to study and that's it. My favorite color is blue, like light blue. Favorite movie is You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks. What else can I say? If I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I would love to be a head animator for Disney, or I would like to play tennis professionally. It's very far from each other, I know, but hey, let's go with that. I would love to speak Italian. I think Italian is one of the most amazing
Le lingue.
Anything you say in Italian literally sounds amazing, even if you describe how you spread that butter on your bread. It just sounds amazing. What else? I'm kind of normally not camera shy, but I'm feeling like I'm, you know, this is like, I hope there's humans. That's why I'm a bit like funny. Let's get into the actual video. So very quickly, I came to London in 2008. I was supposed to just do my MA studies in bilingual translation. So translating from English to Polish, Polish to English. Think of me as like sitting in Brussels with a mic and just like translating. That never happened. I was supposed to go back after a year, live my life, settle in Poland very happily, find a job, probably in languages. Drawing was always my passion, but it was never something that I treated seriously. And where I'm from, art was always thought of, oh, it's beautiful to draw, but what job will you get after that? Which is very fair. So yeah, that was never on the map, but I was always drawing, I was always doodling. I remember copying Disney and manga for hours, literally for hours. I think subconsciously just drawing and just learning this skill without even thinking about it. So like my mom always says, it's my longest internship in my life. Long story short, I started teaching special needs children a lot, so I was teaching art. I went as well and was working in a startup, so I had some experience in terms of work. I really enjoyed being a teacher and working with kids, but I just felt like it's not my calling and it's not going to settle there if I don't do anything with my art. Back in the days, Twitter was really new thing and all the social media, I mean, it was popping up. I was spending a lot of time in East London and Old Street, Silicon Roundabout, if you're familiar with London, and just being in the tech scene and meeting all these interesting people, everyone was having some dreams and some ideas, and it was amazing to kind of get that inspiration from people and connect with awesome people and just kind of see what everyone is doing. But I was like, oh, you know, maybe one day I'll just get to meet people and draw on the side, you know, if someone asks me to do an illustration or something. But then I tweeted a business owner, a consultant, coach. He was starting a charity as well. We had a mutual friend, and I tweeted a lot of people back then, and I was getting in touch, and I was like, can I have a coffee? Can I pick your brain? Can I talk to you? Literally without even thinking, you know, what will I talk about apart from the fact that I love drawing. I feel like there's something in me. I'm creative, I can turn ideas very quickly into visuals, like how can I even make this into something? So there was no concept, but there was passion for sure for something, an unused energy. And he met me for a breakfast. I tweeted him, he responded, he was like, sure, let's meet. So he came all the way from Greenwich area, so which is, let's say, southeast, to Earls Court, which is super west. I was like feeling quite like nervous. I was like, I better impress him and better have like stuff to show him. My goodness, I don't know. And I remember I was like, I met him at this very bad breakfast place. I had all my artwork spread out, and I was like, this is what I do, but I don't know like what to do and stuff like that. Do you have any suggestions or whatever? And I remember he told me, you know, you're just wasting your time, you're wasting your talent. I'm not sure how I'm gonna help, like just call me when you have an idea, make a website, get some business cards, I don't even know what people do these days, and just like call me when you have like a more settled idea. I want to help you, but you need to kind of come to me with some ideas, leave that job, it's useless, and just start creating, start doing what you're doing. I have some ideas, I can, you know, find a way to, let's say, get you into one of my clients' meetings or something, but you need to start. I called my mom and I was like, Mom, this man is like, you know, giving me some great advice and he wants to help me. And my mom, of course, not knowing who he is or, you know, just being a protective person, she was like, who? What man? I can clearly say that until this day, this is my guardian angel friend, bless his soul so much. I will actually link his charity in the link down below so that you can check it out, because he does so many good things and works with a lot of young people. But segueing back to me. So in short, met him and without even, I think, being aware of it, he became my kick-ass mentor. He promised me that he will cover my basic, let's say spendings. So we agreed that I will be giving you X a month, but when you start earning anything, I will be giving you this much less for the next 6 months. And I was like, what? Like, you don't even know me, like, what the hell? Like, how is that even possible? And he did that. That's the craziest thing I still think about. Like, that was just like a impossible thing in my life, that someone would trust me and see so much in me before I actually could see, which is like the biggest lesson in confidence. And he literally did that. He, without even asking, would monthly support me, and it was just based on trust. If I got a job, let's say for £300 or £100 somewhere, and I would like celebrate for days, I would let him and his assistant know that I've earned this. And you know, whilst we were meeting and discussing things and going through all these hurdles, and then he would pay me that much less. And then after 6 months, just as he promised, he stopped, which freaked me out. And I was like, you know, he was like, you're ready to do this, you're ready to go. I'm still here, but you know, off you go and do it yourself. And I think this was like the best business advice in my life, seriously, because I was continuing and earning very little. Like, let's be honest, like I was doing so much for free. I was connecting with so many people, but basically trying my best to do this. And Natalka Design was born, and I remember going to bank. It took me literally like 20 minutes to set it up. I didn't even think about the name too much, so the banker was like, "What's the name of your business, miss?" And I was like, "What is my name? I don't even know." So I just came up very wisely and non-wisely with my name, because Natalka is still my name. It's just how I've been always called in Poland by people that are close to me, because it's just like a cuter version of your name. And then design, I thought that Google will like it. First years, I have to say, I mean, month after month, if I got 100 here, 200 there, maybe less, maybe more, I was the happiest person. And I didn't have really any savings, and that was the biggest lesson, I think, you know, in terms of self-reliance and doing things on your own and just kind of putting that coat of I'm gonna make it, because I literally put all my energy and like all that I have into starting this business. I don't even know where that energy came from, but I knew that it was a very special moment in my life, that if I don't try this out, it's not gonna come again. And yeah, I just went for it. The amount of people I spoke to, the amount of networking events I went to, tweets, and you know, all the other social platforms were starting. Instagram wasn't even there yet, so it wasn't the cool thing. Twitter was the thing, like people would tweet each other like crazy. Email, the old school business cards, that's what it was back then. So I mean, I sound so old, but yeah, basically it was month after month trying to get in touch with as many people as I can, trying to just say, "Hi guys, I do this, can I be of help? I'm creative, I create visuals, I can translate your messages into something meaningful, I can help you explain the complex stuff and turn it into simple." And very quickly I realized that there's a lot of corporate big companies that need this sort of visual storytelling. I was very surprised. I thought I'm gonna end up working maybe with some individuals or some charities, which would be fabulous, but I never thought that I will work with Google, with Network Rail, with UBS, with biggest companies in the world. And I was like, this is needed, what's going on? So very quickly I've noticed that the whole creating visual stories out of strategy sessions, or creating visuals for values, companies' values, or visualizing briefs, or creating graphics for websites, telling stories through pictures became such a sought for thing that companies thought of as very innovative and just a very different way to communicate, which they all need to do. So that was very, very interesting for me to experience. And one of the biggest jobs I had in my life, which I'll always be super grateful for and super proud of, my mom is very proud, was going to 10 Downing Street and visualizing ex-Prime Minister's speech in his private garden. I mean, the pressure of that situation, it's a video on its own, but that just showed me how this job can take me to very different places I would never go to. It can let me meet people that I would never think of, and suddenly I became this person to go to translate any story you have into something much more engaging. So I was like, wow, there's so much in there. Like literally there's so much to explore, and almost my world became an oyster. I can get in touch with anyone. I can try this with any client, any potential a company that wants to engage their audience better. So that was very exciting. But again, I can speak for hours if you let me, so I'm going to stop myself. There'll be another video very separately about another concept that came on the way, but I'll just mention quickly that almost 2 years after I started Natalka Design, I started this thing called DOODLELEDO, which is drawing experiences, team socials for companies, for public. Well, first of all, this started as just a social idea for public. So get together people, think of like your best friend's dinner, great energy, papers, pens, and let's just draw and have fun and don't worry about anything else. And clearly this became a worldwide kind of success, because we had DOODLELEDO in over 20 countries. Very quickly after London, people were starting to ask me, can I run it in Toronto? Can I run it in Vancouver? And I was like, what? Okay. And companies like Sony, Gap, Microsoft started knocking on our door and be like, can we have this for our company as a team social? Can we have it as a creative session? I'm like, yeah. So that's another thing that we started in a year and a half, 2 years going forward. And I'm saying we because quickly I started working with amazing people, with interns, with people who wanted to help me grow. So that was just like the biggest amazing thing, that I've never actually been on my own. I've surrounded myself with amazing creative people who I'm always so grateful for, that's been part of Natalka Design journey, and were helping me because they believed in the passion, I guess, that I have, and in the potential of the business. So that will be a video on its own, but for now I just wanted to mention that as this part of the story. The things that you can expect from YouTube channel that we have, because we have a lot of videos, but they're very much, you know, presenting what we do, examples of our work and things like that, which is lovely, but we want to turn it into more of a conversation. Like, I do like talking, so I hope that you as well. And just wanted to say hello, introduce myself as the founder and CEO of Natalka Design, and invite you to a very creative space where we will be covering topics about myths about starting a business and being creative, and visual storytelling space. We will be creating a lot of how-to videos, inspirational videos, things you can do at home for yourself. So creating visual mind maps and learning how to note and think in visuals, and just a lot of topics that you want to discuss. I'm not going to be doing makeups here. I'm not going to be doing things that I don't know how to do. Let's say maybe one day I'll make for you, I don't know, something, I'll cook something. But for now I just want to invite you, and I'm super excited because we are really gearing up into and have a lot of different ideas. So any inspirations of what you would like us to cover, what you would like to see more of, please share, because that's what we will be making, and I want to share as much of my knowledge and my experience, and anything that can come out from my brain is yours. So would love to hear from you.